And welcome back this week. This is season 4, episode 9. I'm Gaston Rossato.
And I'm Renzo Rossato, and I'm extremely excited about today's review as we look into the 2015 458 Speciale Aperta.
We want to take advantage of this car that just came into the barn to discuss a few things, right? What was it worth brand new? What is it worth today? And is this the next $1 million Ferrari? Before we do so, please hit subscribe. You and I, we're going for a drive.
Yes, the best part. Let's go. This is the Aperta, which is Italian for open. So let's open this at the top. So cool fact, the roof retracts and comes up in 14 seconds.
That's quick. And I'm sure you could probably do it driving too at a speed limit.
So yeah, I think it's nothing
15,
above
10, something like that. Okay. Well, windows up, top down, AC on. This is how you cruise.
And seatbelt on.
Ready?
Let's go.
Okay, I just love the 458. It's got to be one of my favorite late model Ferraris.
Yes.
The styling is undeniably beautiful. Some might disagree. I think most may agree. It's prettier than the 488. Comment below if you agree with that.
Yeah.
Or if you don't agree with that.
I mean, immediately when you get into this car, you're surrounded by Alcantara and carbon fiber.
So many goodies in this car from factory. Truly, you know, they picked the right name, Speciale.
Yeah.
It's special. Let's get a little glimpse of that sound.
How about those upshifts, huh? How quick are those?
And we're not even flooring it there. We're just giving it a little bit of gas to really hear that sound. Because that's what this car is all about.
The shifting on this car is incredible when you're comparing it to your regular 458 Spider. Upshifts are 20% faster and the downshifts are 44% faster. That is incredible.
You wonder how do they do it even faster and faster every single time, and this is already an older generation.
That's exactly where I was going to next. This is not even the latest available. So the Scuderia, which we had in our channel previously on another episode, if you haven't seen it, once you're done watching this one, you should jump back and take a look at it, had 503 horsepower. Now the Italia and the Italia Spider had 562 horsepower. Incredible. Now we're sitting in the Speciale Aperta. Both the Speciale and the Aperta have 597 horsepower.
600 horses.
So it's...
Why don't they just give it that 600? Just call it 600. Why we gotta be 3 shy?
I think they need to give themselves room for the next
year.
For
the next one, like bump it up. We're gonna call it 600 for this episode.
600 horsepower, which is incredible.
On a lighter car.
On a lighter car. So that's another thing where this car is, I think, over 300 pounds lighter than what the Spider would be.
Oh, you mean 300 pounds lighter than the Italia Spider?
Yeah, the Italia Spider.
Well, the 458 Spider. There's no such thing as an Italia Spider.
Right, exactly.
The Italia is referred to as the coupe.
The coupe, correct.
We're under a bridge here, so we'll get a little more tone.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh man. So surprisingly, the Aperta is actually 110 pounds lighter than the Speciale Coupe.
And that blew my mind because typically the coupe version hardtop is lighter than the convertible because of all the mechanisms that come along with the convertible. But so to be that much lighter is actually in theory, a better performing car.
In theory, but because it that doesn't have the fixed roof on it, obviously you're going to lose performance when you go on the track. There's more flexibility in this car than it is in the coupe. Now, are we going to notice it driving it on the road?
Never.
Never. And I think even if you put me in this car on the track and you put me into a coupe, I won't be able to tell you that. We're not professional drivers, so I don't think we'll ever notice that. I think this is a great car to have, especially here in South Florida, where you can bring the hardtop up or bring it down.
Ferrari calls this one a limited edition. We see it right here on the plaque.
Okay.
You won't see that on the coupe car. So the fact is, they made much less Apertas than they did coupes.
From what I've read, 499 of these were going to be produced.
That's less than 500 cars, which will bring us to our following topic as to why these cars are
headed in a really good direction in value.
If you own one. And if you always wanted to, not a good thing. Let's slow down and wait for our camera car.
Yeah. Might be a while. And this is what the car does best. Let's find somewhere here we can switch off, because
don't tell me you want to drive.
I want to drive. I would fight you to drive this car. So let's do our walk around.
Let's walk around. We have a few things to discuss on this car. Yeah. This one is a very gorgeous spec, a lot of options. And I love how the original owner laminated this, preserving, thinking long-term, because it's the small details like this that are really gonna matter in a collector car like this.
That's right. And before we jump into the exact specs on this car, let's talk a little bit about the Speciale and the Speciale Aperta. Immediately you'll notice the way more aggressive front bumper and a lot more aerodynamics. You have the vented bonnet in the front, you have the grooves right here in the side skirts. Everything you see that's extra, that's different from the Italia or the Spider version, is actually functional. It's not just there for looks.
It's not just looks.
So a really cool feature is, probably hard to tell because it's black, but next to this prancing horse, there's two vents that are closed up. At 109 miles an hour, those two vents will open up to reduce the drag. Now, under that, there's more flaps, and at 138 miles an hour, those flaps will open up so you can get more downforce.
More downforce, incredible. And these are finished in carbon fiber, which is actually an option spelled out right here on the window sticker. Just for those additional flaps to be in carbon fiber, it was $4,300. So,
yeah, I mean, you got
that's a lot of money. Keep it down.
I think the other flaps do the same thing, but these look a lot nicer.
The car is gorgeous. It's finished in Mira blue livery. Gray, silver, blue are the entire color scheme palette in this car.
Right.
I love how it follows through with the interior. Dash Alcantara, seats Alcantara, backboard, upholstery on the headrest when the roof is up. Everything is in that blue Alcantara.
And you can tell that this interior is a track-focused interior. No carpets. You have the foot plates, carbon fiber doors, and the Ferrari did a great job with the Aperta because they didn't take away from the performance of the Speciale Coupe at all. I think one of the biggest, negative sides of having this Aperta is the fact that you cannot see the engine.
It's a little disappointing that you can't see the engine like you can see it in the coupe. In fact, the coupe, you can see the engine without even opening the back hatch because it's a clear glass.
Exactly.
Let's open up the back. Let's illustrate this to understand what,
So
it's kind of a teaser because you do see some of this carbon fiber intakes. You see a lot of the mechanism, but the true heart of the beast is back there and it's not visible.
And you can see all the carbon fiber bits in here as well. And the carbon fiber, not only is it stronger and everything, but it's lighter, and that's where you get the weight saving from. And like we mentioned inside the car, this is actually lighter than the Speciale, which is incredible. The retractable roof
that does blow my mind.
Is an aluminum roof.
How they were able to pull that off.
Yeah, you gotta love this
Italian flag right over the Ferrari insignia.
Yeah,
that's a gorgeous car. Let's talk about the market on this car.
Yes.
What it was brand new. It's a 2015. As of this recording, it's 2019. The prices have changed drastically. This car has never been worth less than what it was brand new.
So we mentioned in the car that we're around the 390s on this particular spec, but where does it start off?
Right. So the base on this car is $318,000. From there, you start to tackle on all the extras, okay? From reverse cameras to the flaps like we talked about in the front, Alcantara, carbon fiber, aluminum brake calipers, all these little things that are extra, so much so that it adds up to over $70,000 like we just mentioned, okay? This car is finishing, if you were to buy it brand new, you pay $392,000, which is astronomical.
So back in 2015, $392,000. If you wanted to pick this car up today, what would be the range and price of this car?
These cars are ranging anywhere between $600,000 and $700,000, depending on how they're spec'd and depending on the mileage. Here we're talking about a 500-mile car. Wow. Very well spec'd. It's on that topper end of that bracket. There's a lot of experts that would agree that this is the next $1 million car. If you paid almost 400 grand for this car, you said, wow, it's a lot. But now look at it. You get almost 700,000. Right. And the same will be true in just in a few more years when these things are trading at $1 million. They only made a handful of them. It's the last of the last. It's an end of an era, and it marks a very special place in the Ferrari history.
Yes.
There's no doubt this is a collector car from day one. Everyone has known it. Prices have only gone up. They're going to continue to do so. And we're so happy to have this one here today. This is a special order. We were able to source it for a good client of ours that we've been helping curate a collection for. It's time to deliver the car, but we wanted to make sure that we did this for the viewers, bringing the best of the best to this channel. Yeah. Having said that, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget. Guys. We appreciate all the help, all the support, and we look forward to much, much more.
What an incredible car. I'm sad to see it go. I wish we can continue driving it and enjoying it. Taking it on the track would be a dream. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. My name is Rossato.
And I'm Gaston Rossato, guys.
We'll catch you next week. Peace out.
Later.